In this video, we'll be hunting 2 boxes of pennies, as well as seeing if we can make some progress to the Penny Hunt and Fill album. Of course, we'll be looking for any wheat scents from 58 and older, also be looking for any foreigns, proofs, heirs of varieties, or any other cool things we can find, as well as any copper, filling up the copper jar. This video is going to be a little different just because of the contents of the first box we're going to hunt. So I get these boxes once in a while that are completely filled with zinc pennies, not a single copper one, so I usually just trade them in for another box. I saw on the bottom that this one looked like it was all zinc, so I opened the top to make sure. And every single ender in this box is zinc, except for one. That is a gold-plated and a hold Indian head penny ender, the craziest ender I've ever seen in a box full of zinc pennies. So I'm going to go through this box anyway and just hunt all the rolls, but I don't expect to find anything except for that one ender. So I'm probably just going to open that roll first. But yeah, completely crazy. Would not have hunted this box if that wasn't on the end. I would have just traded it in, but you never know what you're going to get, and that just goes to show. I don't know how that happened. I'm guessing maybe someone has a copper sorter. They sorted out all the copper, and because that one's a little bit weird, it didn't sort it out, and it got thrown at the rest of the zinc. But anyways, it's a super weird box. I'm probably just going to start with that roll and then go from there. Definitely cool to see it. Excited to see what year it is. Not going to be worth too much because it's all ruined, but we'll see what it is. And I'll just bring you in with that roll, and let's start the hunt. Alright, so as I said, we're just going to start with that roll. It's roll 43 of this box, but like I said, I don't expect to find anything in this box, not even a single copper, just because I've seen these boxes before. Here's the ender, nothing on the other side. Open it live, and then I'm going to go through the rest of the box off camera, and then I'll probably just bring you in with the first find in the second box, because again, I don't expect to find anything in this box. Probably it's full of zinc pennies, already been gone through. This coin somehow got through, not sure how, but either way, super weird and cool to find. Looks like all zinc in the roll, probably. We'll take out the Indian head scent ender. Like I said, it's gold-plated, it's hold, it's pretty destroyed. Pretty much doesn't have any numismatic value, but definitely super cool to find. Only found probably 5 Indian head scents ever. This one's going to be 1903. Of course, it's a common date, but yeah, look at that. It's absolutely gold-plated, clean, hold, it's completely destroyed, but it's an Indian head scent regardless in a box full of zinc. Absolutely crazy. Would have never expected this in a million years. But I'll go through the rest of the box, probably just quickly go through them. Won't look for varieties or anything because it looks like it's already been gone through. But I'll hunt the rest of this box, and I'll probably just bring you in with the first find of box number 2, unless we can somehow get lucky again. But either way, that is a crazy find, and if it wasn't on the end, wouldn't have even hunted the box. I can't believe it. I'm on roll 33 of that box, probably taking me 15 or 20 minutes just quickly going through all the rolls, dumping all the coins out. Everything's been zinc so far. I was just going through it so fast, dumping everything out. Look what I see. There's another one of these gold-plated hold Indian head scents. Looks exactly like the other one. This one's an 1890, so a little bit older. Cleaned, gold-plated hold, just like the other one. That is incredible. 2 of them in this box, and every single other coin is just a zinc penny. This is insane. Weirdest and just most weird box I've ever seen. Just finished going through the first box, and it's definitely the most bizarre box I've ever seen. All zinc scents, the copper jar is completely empty. No copper whatsoever, but 2 just crazy gold-plated, cleaned, hold Indian head pennies, 1890 and 1903. Lucky that one was an ender, otherwise I would have traded this box in just to try to get a normal box to hunt. But yeah, definitely the most bizarre box I've ever hunted. Super crazy, would have never seen that coming. But now we'll go on to box number 2. This one definitely will be more of a normal box. Do have a modern Canadian ender right there. It's the only ender for the box. So let's get into the hunt. Start hunting a more normal box, and I'll bring you in on the first find. Roll number 2. We're going to have the first wheat scent of the hunt, the second box. Obviously, with the first box having no copper, not going to find any wheat scents. That one's going to be 1946 from Philly. Next roll, we're going to have the second Wheatcent of the hunt. It was one away from being an ender, so the first coin down saw the date of 1950 from Denver. Roll number 10, just uncovered. Wheatcent number 3 for the hunt. It is reverse facing. Looks to be in pretty good shape, although it is brown. It is 1956 from Philly. Just opened roll number 12. Not a Wheatcent this time, but we do have an older Canadian. Only one we've gotten so far has been that ender. It is a young head, I can see by the larger text on it. Pretty nice condition. It's a 1964. Roll 17, and I just uncovered the fourth Wheatcent, and this one is a bit of an older one. It is from the 30s. Had to wipe away some of the stuff that's on it, but it is a 1935 Denver. Definitely cool to see a 30s with a mint mark. Did look in the album. We do already have it, but still, either way, definitely great to see a bit of an older Wheatcent. Just opened roll 21. We're going to have two Wheatcents in this roll. First in the back, I did see a date. Looks like a 1956 out of Philly. And I did see the reverse of Wheatcent near the front right here. These are Wheatcents numbers 5 and 6 for the box. This one is 1957 Denver. Just opened roll 22. This time we're going to have Wheatcent number 7. See the reverse of it right there. This time we have 1941 out of Philly. Roll 42. Just uncovered Wheatcent number 8. This one is another one from the 40s. 1942 out of San Francisco. Roll 29, and I did miss it when I opened the roll, but we're going to have a different foreign. This one is going to be a Centissimo from Panama. I don't know if I've ever found one of these on the channel. I know I found a couple a really long time ago, but they're definitely cool to find. So from 1975, I see a lot of people find these. I just don't seem to get them, but definitely super cool to find that. Roll 35, just uncovered Wheatcent number 9. This one's another one from the 30s, and it's another one with a mint mark. It's a 1930 out of Denver, not in too bad a shape for its age. Did look in the album, we do have all the 1930s already, but still, definitely great to see. Two 30s with a Denver mint mark in the box. That's definitely super cool. Just opened roll 42. We are going to have the 10th Wheatcent of the hunt. First thing I want to show, I pulled this aside about 5 rolls ago. 1970 something, and it looks like it's kind of a silvery color. What I think this is a plated 1974 probably, because there's a 1974 aluminum cent. That's like a really rare pattern. This one's obviously not aluminum. It's a really light metal if it was, and this one weighs actually 3.2 grams. So a little bit more than even normal copper, so it's just plated and really corroded. No value to it, just kind of something interesting. Why bring you in right here? We have the 10th Wheatcent of the hunt, and it's going to be 1947 Denver. Roll 47, just took it out of the box, and I must have missed it because we have a Wheatcent ender right here. It looks to be a 1951 out of Philly. I'll open the roll, and I'll bring you in, see if there's anything else. Just open the roll. I do see the edge of another Wheatcent in this roll right there, so these are going to be Wheatcents number 11 and 12. The ender, like I thought, is 1951 out of Philly. And pull this one out here. That one is 1947 San Francisco. Just open the next roll. We have at least 2 Wheatcents in this roll, so the last 2 rolls have been pretty good. I see the date of one near the front right here, one away from an ender, 1953 Denver. And then there is one edge I want to check out right here that just looks older. And it's just 59, pretty close. We'll add it to 59s. But right here, we have another Wheatcent in the roll. And that one is 1946 from Denver. Last roll of the hunt, and I see the edge of another Wheatcent at the beginning of the roll. Based on what I see, it looks pretty worn and pretty old, so I'm hoping we have an oldie here. Have gotten a couple from the 30s, hoping this one's a little bit older. Definitely very worn. That's a 1919 San Francisco. Do already know we have all the 1919s. They're pretty common, but either way, one from the teens with an S mint mark, definitely a super awesome find to end the hunt. Both penny boxes have been hunted, so let's go over the finds. All the finds on the board are from box number 2. Of course, box number 1 just gave us 2 finds, which we'll get to. We got 5 1959s, 6 S mints, and 22 2009s. Foreigns, we ended up with a pretty good amount. We got 7 Canadians, and they're all modern. We did get one 1964, which is pretty cool. And then we also did get one more foreign, 1975 Centésimo from Panama. Definitely a very cool thing to see. Also, we did get that plated penny as well. I'm guessing a 74, not sure. It's really corroded. Definitely no value to that. And then wheat cents, all from box number 2 again, but it was a pretty good box for them. We got 15 out of box 2, which is awesome. Some common 40s and 50s. Another 47S. We filled it a few episodes ago, and since then we've gotten a couple more kind of odd. We did get a few oldies as well. 2 30s from Denver, a 1930 and a 1935, as well as a 1919 San Francisco, which is definitely very cool. Don't need any of these for the album, but definitely great to see some oldies, especially with mint marks. Copper, obviously, all from box 2 since box 1 didn't have any. Still a little light for one box, but still we'll take that amount of copper for sure. And then 2 best finds of the hunt out of box number 1, very bizarre. 2 gold-plated and hold Indian head cents in 1890 and in 1903. I wasn't sure what these were, but I did have an idea. It could be a set of those gold-plated coin earrings, maybe. Like there's a string that would loop through those connecting to an earring. That's my best guess as to what it was. A search box that someone threw these in, since these really don't have any coin value just because they're so destroyed. It's my best guess at what it is. Not too sure, but either way, a very bizarre box and definitely a cool one to hunt. So let's go through the finds, see if we have any progress to the album, and I'll bring you back with an album update. Just finished going through the finds and comparing them to the album. We did have a few close calls for upgrades, but we didn't make any album progress this episode. That's alright, we still did very well. Second box was definitely pretty hot for wheat cents, and first box gave us 2 pretty interesting finds. A couple of those gold-plated Indian head cents, like I said multiple times. Very bizarre box, but definitely interesting to go through. So overall, this is definitely a fun penny hunt.